Hey everybody, welcome to our Feel Life Yourself event. Super excited to get to hang out with you tonight. If you don't know me, my name is Christina Williams. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm on with one of my besties, April Resch. She's a Sapphire Ambassador, so say hey.
Hey everyone.
We are super excited to get to just share with you tonight a little bit about our stories, see if what we have is a great fit for you, and maybe just kind of continue to build your belief that there are things out there that are natural, that will aid your body in healing, and that can get you back to either feeling your best like you used to, or kind of getting you to your best for the very first time. So I'll jump right in. I know that there's a lot of things that you could be doing on this Tuesday night, so we'll respect your time. Our goal is to have you off of here by 9:25, so we'll see how we do. But I'll just jump right in and kind of tell you my story. I'm a school teacher by trade, taught fourth grade, always struggled for the last, at least 10 years. Started back when my daughter was born, and she's almost 16. Off and on with really bad high blood pressure. I'm talking 5 to 7 different medications at any given time. One of my nurses that took care of me is actually on this call tonight, so she can vouch for that. My daughter was born at 24 weeks. She weighed 1 pound, 5 ounces because of a grand mal seizure caused from my blood pressure. I struggled with anxiety, struggled with low energy. I struggled with really feeling like I could be the best in any area of my life. I felt like I wasn't being the best wife. I wasn't being the best mom. And I have 4 kids, y'all. I felt like I wasn't being the best teacher because I didn't quite have the energy or honestly the enthusiasm to keep up. I felt like I was some days just trying to keep my head above water. I just didn't physically feel my best, even though I really generally looked pretty good. I mean, we work out often, we eat well, we take care of ourselves, but I still didn't feel the way that I knew God intended me to feel. I mean, I wanted to be a yes mom. I wanted to get on the floor and play with my kids. I wanted to ride bikes, but I really could. I just didn't feel like it. So I struggled with that a whole lot. And so a friend had been sharing about Plexus with me, a girl that I grew up with, so I trusted her. And so I decided to just kind of take a look at what she had going on. And it did not take me very long to realize that the reason Plexus was so effective for so many people was because it was addressing the 3 root issues behind the vast majority of health problems that we struggle with here in America. And that is blood sugar balance, gut health, and inflammation. I would challenge you to write those 3 things down and just do some research yourself. Maybe you struggle with migraines. Maybe you struggle with autoimmune disease. Maybe you struggle with acne or allergies or chronic constipation. Maybe IBS. I mean, I can think of lots of different things that I know people in my life struggled with. And I would just challenge you to, hang on one second. I got to mute I got some background noise. I would challenge you to take those ailments, whatever that is that's keeping you from feeling your very best every day, and go Google it with the words gut health. Go Google poor sleep with the words blood sugar balance, and just start to kind of grow your understanding and the belief that everything is tied into that, right? Socrates said it first when he says, all disease begins in the gut. Well, the good news is if all disease begins in the gut, then we can begin to heal all disease by healing the gut. So we're going to jump right in and talk about that tonight with Plexus. There's lots of information, and there's just no way that we can give you everything we wanted in 20 minutes. But what we really hope to do tonight is just kind of open your eyes a little bit, whet your appetite so that you can go back to whoever it was invited you and really kind of get even more information. But I'm going to get to talk tonight specifically about blood sugar balance, why it's so impactful and powerful, and what Plexus has on board that can help. So for those of you that are like me, I thought if I wasn't a diabetic, I didn't need to be concerned with blood sugar balance. That's just the honest to goodness truth. I had no idea that it was so incredibly powerful. I did know that insulin was powerful because I had seen people struggle with diabetes, both type 1 and type 2 over the years. So I definitely knew that insulin wasn't something to mess around with. But the more that I've learned, the more that I realize most of us struggle with improperly balanced blood sugar all the time. So how do you know if your blood sugar is out of whack? Well, poor sleep is a huge indicator. Huge indicator. Maybe you can't fall asleep. Maybe you can't stay asleep. Maybe your sleep that you get is poor quality. Very, very big indicator that your blood sugar is out of balance. Maybe your moods are not exactly stable. Any mommy monsters out there where you find yourself snapping at your kids for no reason or being irritable with your husband because he happened to say good morning? Sugar cravings, that's another really, really big one. And so if these are things that you can relate with, it's very likely that your blood sugar is out of whack. I mean, there's a lot of science behind why, and whoever invited you can absolutely send you a video that will help explain more of just the science behind blood sugar balance. But basically what you need to know is insulin is the master hormone. It either directly or indirectly affects every other hormone in your body. So without properly balanced blood sugar, it's nearly impossible for your body to function the way that it's supposed to. So that is where you get Plexus Slim. This is what it looks like. It comes in a little stick pack that you just mix in a bottle of water. There are 2 flavors, 2 versions, both with the job of giving you a balanced, stable blood sugar throughout the day. There are no synthetics in this. It's all natural, plant-based, and it's just going to give your body and your cells what it needs in order to be able to be sensitive to the insulin that your body's making, so that your body can stay balanced throughout the day, when you eat, when you don't eat, so forth and so on. So I love that Slim is transportable. I love that it's delicious. And it just gives me a way to kind of spice up my water while also giving me nutrients that I need. So that is about as much time as I have to tell you about Slim. There's so much more that I would love to tell you. But before I hand it over to April and she's going to dig into gut health, I do want to shout out our new Mega Kids microbiome drink. Y'all listen, for years, I mean, almost 6 years, my kids have begged me for pink drink every day, which I happily oblige, but now they have their very own drink. It's orange, but this is full of prebiotic fiber for them, some ingredients in it that help with healthy brain and cognitive development. They love having their own drink. They think it's real. I mean, it's superheroes, for crying out loud. So there's something for everyone when it comes to Plexus, just something to be aware of. But blood sugar balance is for everyone. This is for people who are healthy already, who just want to maintain that long term, and then people who struggle. If you struggle with stubborn weight, just like I said, just about anything, just go Google that with the words poor blood sugar, and you will find all kinds of connections. So I'll hand it over to April real quick. She's going to go over gut health and the other 2 products that really will kind of balance out the core foundation that Plexus has to offer.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christina. Speaking of the yellow drink, my son begs me to have it more than once a day. He's like, can I have another yellow drink? Because he loves it that much. And he is a picky eater. And so I love knowing that the gaps in his diet are filled. So just a side note. But yes, I get to share tonight with y'all about gut health. And I wanted to first open up with my story because it was really rooted in huge gut health issues. Of course, I had inflammation, blood sugar balance problems, but the bulk of my issues were gut health related. So basically, my journey started 2 years ago with Plexus. I was struggling quietly. If you saw me in public or on Facebook, I didn't look like I was struggling, but I was. My sweet friend reached out to me majority of times, like several times, and I kept telling her, I'm good to go. I don't need your products. I'm healthy. We eat a good diet. We exercise. But the truth was I did need her products. And the very day she posted about our serotonin levels being housed in the gut was the day I knew I needed the products. The reason being is I had struggled with postpartum depression and anxiety after my first son. It basically blindsided me and I was put on a high dose antidepressant. I felt like junk on a daily basis, but I truly didn't know there were other options. I thought this was just the new norm. That antidepressant caused me to gain weight. I had sleep issues. I had low energy. I would be exhausted. I would come home from work and have nothing left in me to spend with my son and my husband. And so I really was struggling, but I didn't know there were other options. So tonight we get to share a bit more with you about what the other options could be, and why we really have to take care of our gut health. So the first product I want to talk to tonight with all of y'all is our BioCleanse. So here it is. Now, a little disclaimer before y'all turn this off or get all nervous. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. When you hear the word cleanse, this is not a cleanse at the colon level. So everyone can breathe and know you will not be running to the bathroom every second of the day. What this is it's a cleanse at the cellular level. So what does that mean? Basically, our bodies need magnesium to be able to function. Magnesium is actually in charge of 300 chemical processes in our bodies. And so the crazy thing is we deal with stress on a day-to-day basis, right? All of us would agree we have stressful days every single day. And basically when we have stress-related events in our life throughout the day, how our body deals with that is it pumps out magnesium. So your magnesium is leaving your body super fast, and so that's why we need to have magnesium. And so that's exactly what the BioCleanse has in it, is it's a gentle form of magnesium. And so basically what we're doing is replacing what our cells are dumping due to stress and other factors as well. Magnesium also helps to regulate our cortisol levels. It helps reduce blood sugar. It supports the thyroid. It aids in sleep. So many different things. It also helps to make our hormones. It also activates vitamin D, y'all. If you're taking vitamin D supplement, but you're not taking magnesium or you don't have enough magnesium, that is doing absolutely nothing. So it activates your vitamin D and it slows aging. I could go on and on and on, but magnesium is really, really important. And so that's basically what the BioCleanse is. Magnesium also, this is a fun fact, it's a big player. If you're in the emergency room or you hear of people that work there, a lot of times they're giving people who are having heart rate irregularities, people who are coming in with massive head pains or heart attacks, they're giving them really high doses of magnesium to help them out. And again, magnesium, 300 chemical processes. So it really, really is important. And basically what it's going to help you to do is to make sure that you're going poop. Yes, I said the word on a live. You're going number 2 for every meal that you're eating throughout the day. So yes, that means if you're like me, you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some of y'all might call it supper. If you're eating 3 meals a day, that means you're going number 2, 3 times a day. So for some of y'all on here, you're saying, oh my goodness, I am going maybe once a week, once every other day, once every few days. That is not normal. So what BioCleanse is going to do is basically help you to digest and be regular and just feel so much better all around. One more thing before I move on from the BioCleanse is it also helps to oxygenate your body. So this is really important because basically viruses, bacteria cannot live in a highly oxygenated body. So that is why you hear a lot of us Plexus people say, we rarely get sick, and if we do get sick, it's very quick. Our bodies can heal very quickly. And that's because majority of our immune system is housed in the gut. And so now we're gonna go ahead and chat about the ProBio 5. Now these two are never to be separated. They're very best friends. We have to keep them together, and they work really well when they're paired with the pink drink. But basically, let's talk a bit more about gut health. Scientists actually call it our second brain because so many areas are housed in the gut. Basically, from our sleep, our mood, like I was talking about serotonin levels with my story. By the way, I never even shared that I'm no longer on that antidepressant at all. I was able to wean off of it. I also had a second pregnancy. I had a plexus pregnancy, we call it, where I took the products before, during, after. It was just phenomenal, to the point where when my midwife would see me, she'd say, oh, she's the plexus girl. Her everything's gonna be good. Like her vitals are perfect. So anyways, plexus really has helped me to feel wonderful. but that was a side note. It also helps with digestion. You know, the gut houses, if we're gonna gain weight or lose weight, if we're gonna deal with brain fog, skin issues, right? Acne. I used to struggle a lot with acne. And basically what scientists have found is that we do need a little bit of bad bacteria in our gut, just a little bit. And the only reason scientists have found that we need that is to decompose our bodies after we die. But because of our habits, just as humans, you know, prescription meds, birth control, artificial sweeteners, so many different things, we've flooded our gut with bad bacteria, and it has basically just multiplied and taken over. And so that's why we tend to feel like junk on a daily basis, and we think that's normal. But the thing is, our bodies are just unbalanced. And so basically that bacteria, like I said, begins to feed and multiply and grow, and it starts to do its job of decomposing our bodies early while we're still living, right? Who wants their body to be decomposing right now? None of us. So that's where you hear the term leaky gut. It's basically where everything should be sealed up nice and tight, but it starts to poke holes in your gut and it starts to leak out into your body. So if the toxins are manifesting, and if they're sitting in your joints, you're gonna have arthritis. If they're sitting in your muscles, you're gonna have fibromyalgia. Sitting in your skin, acne, migraines, you name it, autoimmune diseases. And so that's why we tend to feel like junk on a daily basis, is basically our gut is just unbalanced. And so that's where our friend, the Probio 5, jumps in and helps us out. Now, this probiotic is different than any other one out there on the market. I'm going to tell you a little bit why. First of all, it has 5 strains of good bacteria. It has 4 digestive enzymes. I'm going to get to that in a bit of why it's so important. It also has vitamin B6, vitamin C, and then an antifungal, which is grapeseed extract. And so not only does it have that good bacteria, because we do need the good, but it also has those digestive enzymes which help to break through the hard shell on the bacteria. Yes, bacteria has a hard shell. You can kind of think of it as a cockroach shell, which is disgusting. But if you think of it as that, basically we need those digestive enzymes to break through the shell and make sure that we can start to break down the bad bacteria. So the example that I like to share with y'all is if I had a field of wheat, of weeds, I should say. If I had a field of weeds and I sprinkled the best grass seed out there, like I'm sprinkling it all over, it's not going to take root, right? It's going to get choked out. So it's the same thing with our gut. You can be doing good things, but unless you are actually targeting the root issue and actually breaking through the shell of the bad bacteria, you are not going to be able to get that good gut health balance. So that's exactly what the Probio 5 does. And then a lot of you are probably on here thinking, well, what about the refrigerated ones? Well, that's a really good question. I asked that question myself 2 years ago. And what I found through research is the refrigerated ones are created to start to work as soon as they hit heat and moisture. So let's think about it. You're ingesting it in your mouth. Guess what? It's already started working in your mouth. So how in the heck is it supposed to get all the way down into your gut before starting to work, before activating? It doesn't. And the problem is many times your stomach acid neutralizes it and it doesn't even get to your gut. So that is why it is so important that you have a freeze-dried probiotic. That's exactly what ours is. And then also having those digestive enzymes in it helps it to really pack the punch and to help your body start to rebalance. And so that is basically it when it comes to the 3 products that really are essential. They're really going to heal your body from the inside out. And so now I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Christina so she can go ahead and close us out.
You guys get to hear from me again, and we are doing great on time. Thanks so much for that, April. When I started learning about gut health, I was tremendously blown away. It's actually what motivated me to start sharing Plexus with other people. Like I said, I was a school teacher working full time with all these kids. And so I definitely didn't set out to have this side thing. But the more I learned about gut health and blood sugar balance, the more I felt extremely selfish to not share with other people. I saw people suffering all the time, and I began to believe that Plexus could help them. And so that's what I want to leave you with. Just know that if you decide to jump in with Plexus, if you get with the person that invited you and you decide that this is something that you want to endeavor in, one of the perks that comes with that is having a referral link. And I just want you to know that as much as these products have changed my life, this business opportunity has changed my entire family's lives for generations. I've been out of the classroom now for several years. I'm at the top rank of the company, and the financial freedom that has come from that has just been life altering. I'm extremely grateful for the financial margin that we have in our life, but it honestly started from a place of service, just wanting people around me to feel their very best. So I know with right now in these uncertain times, I know that people have worries. They have worries about their health, right? That's why we see so much controversy going on right now, but they also have worries about their finances. And so I just want to speak to that for just a second. If that's you, if you found yourself in a precarious situation or one that you never saw coming, maybe you chose a really secure career field and you're beginning to realize nothing is actually secure right now. Just know there are opportunities out there that you can make a tremendous difference with someone in their health while also blessing your family financially. I love that Plexus allows you to start making money right away just by simply sharing that referral link with other people. And I have girls that have joined that within their very first week, they've made almost $1,000. They're able to pay their mortgage when they were really unsure of how that was going to get paid. So if a financial opportunity is something that you're looking for, or you just maybe don't want to budget for your products, but you want to be able to take them every single month, know that that is an option, and that Plexus is a very, very generous company. So I hope that that is helpful, you guys. We have some fantastic discounts happening right now. You could not be jumping in at a better time. So be sure to get with the person that invited you. Tell them you want to save the most amount of money on the triplex. And just know when you decide to do this, there's a whole plethora of other products that work very well with the triplex. So let them know what your health goals are, let them know what your health struggles are, and they'll make a recommendation for things that you could add to the triplex if you wanted to at that really deep discount that we just talked about. So we appreciate your time tonight. I told you I'd have you off by 9:25, and I'm a minute early. So you guys have a fantastic night. Thanks so much.